Hey guys, Mattan and Danino here. I'm here with Kyle Stout, our brand story specialist, who's been doing this thing for years. And people ask us all the time, what is this brand story workshop? We do it a la carte for some clients. We also do it as part of our growth stack engagement. To me, it's instrumental in setting the tone for what's a successful engagement with us, but really for an agency working with any business to consider. I think first, let's start out, Kyle, saying hello, introduce yourself. And please tell us, what's this brand story all about and why should anyone care?
Okay, so my name is Kyle Stout and I'm the brand strategist here at WEBITMD. And what the brand story, so by definition, the brand story or a brand story would be a cohesive narrative that embodies the emotions that your brand evokes in your customers. And it also outlines the facts about what your business offers, the problems you solve, and the solutions you provide. So that would be by definition. But really what we think of it is that when you see a brand that stands out to you and kind of creates an emotional reaction in you, and maybe there's, beyond what they sell, you get a certain vibe or you just get a certain thing about it you like, that is usually their story that they have either explicitly told or it's told by you just consuming a lot of their content and getting their ads and getting their emails and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like if we just think about it from the consumer side, we don't even recognize it maybe as marketers, but we're being marketed to with some type of a story all the time. And brands that do it well, brands that really resonate with you, whether it's an apparel brand or travel, or you go eat at a certain restaurant, there's something that speaks to you when you're there. And to me, that is the brand story. They've done the kind of identification of who's their audience and what are those specific kind of attributes that define that persona. And what they've done is marketed to and created like messaging and positioning and so on all their material that then speaks to that audience. And then what do you know? If you are part of the audience, you're going to be attracted to that brand.
Yeah, exactly. And the best brands are they're kind of sneaky because we all have this story that we're living in our own minds. We kind of have this story about why we are who we are, how we got here, what we're trying to do. And the best brands in the world are able to kind of insert themselves into your story. So if you are an athlete and you just, even if you're not a professional athlete, but you like to work out, you like to play tennis or whatever, and Nike has been a master at tapping into this inner athlete in everyone. So everyone who kind of has that story in the back of their mind, they immediately resonate with the marketing that Nike does because the story is tapping into something that already exists in their mind.
Yeah, and there's so many more like that. And I think what you see is small businesses sometimes kind of overthink or underthink like the real kind of benefit of this. And so they asked me, look, Mattan, why do I really need this? Like, I'm just a small business. I'm not a Nike. I'm not a, United Airlines. Like, we don't need to really define our messaging and really resonate with all types of groups. And they think it's kind of overboard. We disagree. We think that any small business who's actually thinking about this and improving upon their messaging and positioning, those kind of things that can really be fine-tuned are the kind of elements, if you will, to get people into converting into what they deem as a conversion. Could be an e-commerce checkout, could be a new lead for your business. And so I think it's equally as critical. And it's actually not that overboard, if you will, in terms of a workshop. If you could, Kyle, tell us a little bit about the process. What does this thing look like? How do we get it done as a group here and really help businesses out?
Okay, so the workshop is broken down into 3 pillars because we're really trying to identify a message that resonates with your ideal customers. So these could be customers that either are the most profitable for your business, they're the most enjoyable to work with, or it could just be that they're the best natural fit. So it's just a lot easier to sell to people if they already want what you offer, but you have to make sure that's communicated. So we break it down into 3 pillars. The first pillar is about who. So that's about your ideal buyer. So we look at the things that they want as it relates to your offer. We look at the problems they're dealing with. We look at their current situation related to the buyer's journey, but also just related to your offering. And then we move into the next pillar, which is more of the what and how. So this is really making sure that you're crystal clear about what you sell, what benefits they get from that and what they need to do to purchase. Because a lot of people will end up on a site, they scroll through the whole site, they have no idea what you sell, and they're just going to leave. And especially if they don't know what to do, that they'll tell themselves, oh, I'll come back, I'll check back on this, but they don't. And you end up losing them because you didn't give them a real clear call to action, and you didn't explain to them what would happen after they take that action. And then the third pillar is all about answering the question why. So why should someone choose your business over any other business in your space? And we come up with a lot of messaging statements you can use and insert into your content or different assets you're creating that answer those questions. So that could be, it could be specific, like actually drawing a comparison between other offerings and saying why yours is better, or it could be a little bit more subtle by touching on some of the shared values that your brand has with your ideal customers.